we are moving ahead in our AI journey, and we are at the point where we have started discussing the tools that are used in vibe coding. For those who are new to this session, this is a joint venture between Biletica, an AI and data company, and Saudi AI community. And we are conducting these sessions to educate about vibe coding and AI in Saudi Arabia. And we are a company with which provide AI and data solutions. We deal in Power BI, AI, and data science. So today's session is about Lovable, which is a very important vibe coding platform. It provides you the ability to create web applications, websites, even mobile apps using only human language, and no coding or coding background is required for this. That is actually the whole meaning of vibe coding. So actually vibe coding is like coding without knowing the coding. So it's just a human language. You give prompts to AI module, and the AI generates everything for you. So Lovable is one of the tools along with other powerful tools that provides you this ability to design and create things like websites, web apps, and mobile apps. Lovable is one of the tools that has rapidly uh, grown, and it has generated a lot of revenue as compared to other AI modules or AI tools in lesser time. And it also has a community of around 20,000, more than 20,000 companies. So more than 20,000 companies are using Lovable for their products for designing websites and web applications. So it allows you to develop minimal viable products. We will go through examples, and we will use this tool in our today's session. So let's go through these slides to understand the architecture, the languages it uses, and the main working that is going on behind the interface of Lovable. So first of all, what is vibe coding? So as I have already explained, it is coding only with human language, with prompts that you provide to AI Builder, and the AI Builder understands those prompts using LLMs, large language models, and develops full applications. It could be a web application, it could be a mobile application, or it could be a website. It even creates logins for you, forms like subscription forms, like payment forms. It even creates visualizations like tables for you, reports, Power BI reports, things like that, analytical reports. So it even does that for you only by communicating with this tool using human language, using only simple English and simple prompts. So 60% of the startups are using AI builders for minimal viable products. You can, it is not restricted to minimal viable products, I would say, because you can download the code, you can use that code for even development, and you can even publish those web applications, websites that you have created using Lovable. And you can even use your own domains. You can have a database behind this, and it stores all the data in the database, and it is connected to the database, the front end, and it does all the work for you. So the global momentum is low code is evolving into prompt driven platforms. Those of you who were in our prompt engineering session, as I told in that session that down the lane, maybe in 3 years or 5 years, it is all about AI. Even right now, it is all about AI. Every company is intending to integrate AI in their daily routine. They are moving towards automation. They are moving towards AI. So AI is a big deal now. But down the lane, maybe in 3 or 4 years or 5 years, everything is going to be about AI. There will be no coding that will be required. If you are a master in prompt engineering, if you know how to use the AI tool, you are an expert. So the next expertise level will be all about using AI tools, because there is going to be a AI tool for everything down the lane. Okay, so the vibe coding ecosystem evolves around multiple tools. It in it involves Lovable, Bolt, Cursor, Replit, Make.com, or N8N. Lovable is all about app generation, websites, and all that. N8N and Make.com are about uh, the automation and workflows. And the Replit is about collaborative AI coding. So this is a stack with vibe coding and coding as well. So the vibe coding ecosystem is evolves around these tools. Uh, right now, these are the tools that are available in the market, and we are very hopeful that there will be new tools as well, which will be a part of this ecosystem very soon. Okay, so let's see what is Lovable. So Lovable turns your plain idea into a working full stack web application. Uh, for example, if you have a niche, if you know what you want to build, if you have an idea in your mind and you go to Lovable and you give a prompt, it will transform that idea into a visible full product in front of you. The code stack on which the Lovable works, it uses React for front-end language, and the backend is Supabase and Vercel. So Supabase is used for databases. It's a database that you can link your project to front end, and it will store all the data in the Supabase, so that you don't every time you refresh you see that same data in your front end. And Vercel is a cloud hosting that is US is a cloud in US based cloud service. It uses cloud service for in Vercel, and all your code, all your front end, back end is hosted in Vercel cloud. There are tricks and tips that you can use to host this front end and back end code in your local environment, and we will see that in our examples. There are different resources that you can go through to learn more tips and tricks that we will see in a couple of minutes. Excuse me. So the everything that Lovable is about is prompt, code base, application, GitHub, Vercel, and as a result, after these steps, you get a full stack web app. So you can even integrate your GitHub to keep your code on the GitHub with the Lovable. You can nowadays it has also have a functionality to integrate with Shopify. So if you are a shop, if you are and you run a e-commerce store, and your e-commerce store is on Shopify, so you can integrate your Lovable with Shopify, and you can design your whole store on Lovable, and you will see real-time changes on your Shopify store. We will go through one of the examples for Shopify as well. The capabilities Lovable has is it builds front end, back end, the database. Actually, the database is the back end, and the functionalities it is performing, the functions, all the functions that are using it, the front end is using are in the back end. It builds everything on its own. Uh, it lets you deploy your project on one click. You just need to publish with the publish button, and your project will be live. And it also gives you flexibility to export your code to GitHub for development purposes. So the architecture of Lovable has 4 components. The first component is a prompt interpreter, which is an LLM, which interprets your prompt and understands what it needs to do. The next component is code generator, which after understanding your prompt, generates the code, the front end in React and back end. It also, now in current Lovable upgrade, you do not need to give APIs. For example, you want to use an LLM in your product, and you want to use OpenAI. So now you do not need to give an API key to Lovable to use OpenAI. It has all the LLMs integrated, and you just need to activate those LLMs. It also has a component of database builder. The database it uses, as we discussed, is Supabase. And the fourth component is development manager, which is a cloud, or it could be a custom domain. Okay, so we have already gone through the app structure. This is again the same information, just in steps how it gets built, and an end-to-end product, how it go from front end to hosting, how it travels all the steps. So this is just a visual diagram of the steps we have already discussed. Okay, so there are best practices and worst and bad practices that we should follow and avoid while building our project in Lovable. So first best practice is the prompt should be detailed, it should be clear. The prompt should not be as detailed that it tells Lovable to do multiple tasks in one prompt. It will ignore too many things in that prompt, and it will just do half of the task. So the best practice is to give clear prompt, short prompt, and go step by step. Do one thing first, and then if you see any issues, if you see anything missing, just give one more prompt and it will be done. So the second best practice is build modules step by step, as I discussed. Connect and commit code to GitHub early, which means that now everybody is using Lovable and LLMs. So the earliest you go to GitHub and provide your code, it will be used by other developers as well. There are templates for products that Lovable community has already generated, has already created. We will see how we can use those templates as well. The third best practice is review generated database and logic. So if you are familiar with the coding, a little bit of coding, if you are familiar with React or the Supabase SQL, then you should go through those codes as well to review that everything that you have generated, Lovable is following all your commands. Excuse me. Always test your user interface and APIs if you have any in your project. That allows you to, this is kind of a testing phase that you have built everything. Now you are ready to publish your project. So you should go through your project by yourself as a user, not as someone who developed this project. So go through your project, do all the steps that you think that a user who is using your platform uh, as a user, I mean, like you who knows nothing about your platform. So test your UI and APIs before publishing it, and document everything so that next time when you want to make any change, you know how you did it before. So document everything. These are some of the best practices to develop effective projects using Lovable. Okay, so there are steps of connecting to GitHub. So first of all, you create a GitHub repository, then you connect it to Lovable, and then you authorize it, and you select your project, and then you do your changes in the Lovable and push those changes in the GitHub development environment. So there are two options for deployment using Lovable. The first option is auto deployment, which is one-click deployment. It is done using Vercel in the cloud. The other option is custom domain. So let's say you want security for your data. You do not want it to host it on the cloud, especially a cloud that is being managed by some other country. So what you can do, you can host it locally. You can use your custom domain, you can download the code, you can export the code, and then host it locally on your servers. This is again the deployment options, just a visual diagram of what we already have discussed. These are some of the mistakes that we should avoid while developing projects on Lovable. Do not give vague prompts with missing details. Do not ignore database relationships. No validation or testing. Skipping version control. Over relying on AI defaults. So as we discussed in prompt engineering session, for those who have not attended that session, please go through our YouTube channel and you will find the session recording. I discussed in that session that we should not treat AI as our guide. Uh, we should treat it as our assistant. We should tell AI what to do, how to do, and it will do it for you. Treat it as an assistant. So your prompt should be something like that tells what it has to act as, what it has to do, what is the AI's task, and it will perform that task for you. And when it's done, you should go through that. And if you see everything is fine, go ahead, deploy it. But if you see any mistakes, give another prompt, and it will fix that issue for you. So never over rely on AI. Okay, let's go through some of the examples. Okay, so before this session, I was building my to-do app, which is a simple interface, one-page web application in which if I have many tasks, I would add a task into my to-do app, set a date, set a time, and even set a reminder. For example, let's add a task here. So you can set a date here, you can do a time here, and even you can set a default timer here, or you can set a custom reminder here, and it will show as a list of your tasks under here with all the information. And I will show you the commands that I have given it to do the changes. As you can see, it has turned into red because it has already passed the set time. You can even edit this to another time. Let's do 11, and now it's the borderline is white. So this is all is being done, is being developed by Lovable. Let's go through the commands that I gave it to you to build this simple to do app. So first of all, I told Lovable to create a to do app. That's it, just 4 words, and it already started creating a to do app. Once it finished, I tried it, I tested it, and I figured that the add button is not working. So I told Lovable that the add button is not functional. It said, okay, no problem. It investigated the issue and it figured that the code looks correct. So the add buttons functionality is in the backend, but maybe there is an issue on the front end. Maybe it's not clickable, maybe it's not hoverable, could be anything. But you do not have to figure that issue by yourself. Lovable will do that for you. All you need to tell Lovable is what the issue is. So I told the issue that the add button is not functional, and it did the investigation on its own and figured my problem and resolved the issue. Then I realized that uh, there should be functionality to set the date and time for a task. Adding just a list of tasks doesn't is not very helpful. I want to know the time, I want to know the date of the task, when it is intended to be completed. So I told Lovable to add a functionality to set date and time for a task. It said, okay, I will add date and time functionality to task with a beautiful date time picker. So I didn't tell Lovable that I want this specific design, I want this specific layout, I want this specific uh, text. I didn't tell it to uh, add icons, anything. It said it on its own that I will add date and time functionality to the task with a beautiful date time picker. It added the functionality. Uh, then I did something which is editing using manual. So here is an option of edit. You select this and it is all editable here. You can edit each module of your front end. So for example, for this, uh, I don't know, I don't like the font. So I would say change the font Times New Roman. Pardon me for that. Okay. So as you can see that it has change the text for my timer uh, just by clicking change text, and only for one element. I do not want this for my whole application. I want this only for one element. So there is a functionality to click edit button, and then you can select each element of your front end to edit. Let's go through changing colors. So let's say I want the background color to be dark blue. Okay, so it takes your prompt. Now what it is doing in the backend is it is understanding this prompt. The LLM is understanding this prompt, what the task it needs to do, and it will start acting on it. Simple as that. Now I have figured that this clock icon is not visible on the dark blue color. So I can give a prompt to change the clock color as well. So this way you can edit uh, your elements on the front end, the design. There is another way that you can do is you can take a screenshot of your front end, and where the problem is you can highlight it and give it as a picture to Lovable, and tell the problem, and it will resolve the issue. So these are two effective ways of changing your front end. If I want to connect my backend, my database with my project, I want these to be saved in database. Right now, if I refresh this, this will be gone. Okay. Like for example, here we have set the time to 11 p.m. But here it still shows 10 p.m. So this, because this is not connected to database yet. So this button, it gives you the functionality to connect it to Supabase. Uh, it has moved because they keep changing their functionalities. Now it has moved to Virtual Cloud. So if you activate your Virtual Cloud, your Supabase gets connected automatically. But right now, I do not have that functionality turned on, so therefore I cannot connect my Supabase for database data keeping. So this is one simple example how you can build your web application, simple web applications. Uh, let's say you are familiar with the code and you want to see the code, or you want to make changes in the code. So here is this button that lets you see the code. If you click that, it shows you all the components of the front end, the back end. You can see it has created different components: date time picker, reminder, to do filters, input items, all those components. This is all being done by Lovable itself. I did not have to do anything. These are all the components. If you want to edit a certain component, you can select that and add it. This is all the code that you can see, and you can even export it, download the file. You can format this code, you can copy this content and host it on your own server. So it is that simple. There is another functionality. Let's say you have created a Shopify store, you have created a website, and you want to see the traffic that has visited your website or your store. So there is a functionality of analytics. When you click this, if your project is published, it will show you the traffic that has visited your project so far. There's an other button that is for cloud. which is a built-in backend database, storage, authentication, and backend logic, all done by Lovable itself. And it is ready to use. All you need to do is just enable it. It also gives you a functionality to add an LLM into your project, for example, a chatbot for your website or a chatbot for your Shopify store. It comes with the cloud. So you do not have to do anything. You do not have to do any external integrations or API to LLMs to enable it. So it comes with the cloud. So this is a preview button. Using this, you can preview your product in new tab. So this is one thing, is a thing that when you preview it, it comes with edit with Lovable. So you have to close it yourself, but this can be changed in settings. So if you go to project settings, you can see here hide Lovable badge. If you turn this on, you will never see edit with Lovable in your project again when you are publishing it. So if you publish it without turning this on, every time a user comes to your web application or your website, he will see that it is being made using Lovable. Another thing is, if you see the domain of my project currently, it has Lovable in it. It has the projects, that is a directory, and then the project link that is unique for my project. So I do not want that. I do not want to tell my users that I am using Lovable to develop my website. So what I can do, I can give my own domain to Lovable, and this project will be published on that domain, not something like Lovable projects and then key. So it will use my custom domain to publish the project. Other than that, you can collaborate with people. Let's say you have a company or you are an enterprise and you want to collaborate with a designer or a front-end designer or front-end developer to work with you on such a project. So what you can do is you can invite people using email, and you can select their role. Can they edit your project, or can they view your project, or what kind of role are they going to perform? So you can collaborate with your team members as well in your organization or enterprise. Okay, let's see an example for Shopify. Okay, so this is an example that I built, that I was working on before our session. I just gave a command, create Shopify store for my clothing brand in Saudi Arabia. And it started creating my Shopify store, but it needed some authentication. It needed some permissions that I can claim this store later on. I can add images, or I can publish this to Shopify, and this store will be hosted by Shopify itself. So I gave those permissions, and then it created my front end and back end as well. Then it was just this header and this header and this image and heading text here. It had nothing down here. You can add your own images, your own product images here. You can select 10 images at a time by using this attach button, and you can tell Lovable that use these images for my collection, for my products. Okay, and then it will use those images. Currently it is not using any images on its own because it is connected to Shopify. All I said to Lovable is to add products, and it has added these empty image products with prices and names, and with a button to add to cart, just like a simple shopping experience. Then I said Lovable to add images of products. For this, it needs some permission as well. Once I allow this permission, it will add some random images to my products. While it add images, let's go through some of the resources that you can explore. Oh, it did before that. You can see it has added some images on its own for 2 products. There are 5 products in my page, so it will ask me 5 times for each product to add an image. You can select add to cart. I already have something in my cart. Once I click my shopping cart, it gives you the whole experience of your online shopping. If I click checkout with Shopify, it will take me to the Shopify store, and you can add your information here, your billing address, and all that. But these transactions, if you post a Shopify, if you create a Shopify store, you need to claim that store in Shopify to accept payments. So right now, I cannot accept any payments because this is not being hosted by Shopify right now. So that is an example of an e-commerce store which you can develop using Lovable. Okay, what else do we have to see? Let's go through the resources that you can explore for learning better features, how to how to develop effective things using Lovable. These are docs.lovable.dev. You can go there and you can go through their documentation by yourself. This is just a welcome page. You will see that there is a step-by-step tutorial to create your project, the features you can explore, the integrations Lovable allows you to do. Right now, it allows you to integrate with Shopify and Supabase and Cloud. No other integrations. The tips and tricks, they have their own community. After successful building of some templates and projects, they have got some tips and tricks for you to follow. Then you can learn how to effectively prompt Lovable. There are some use cases which you can see the video tutorials for those use cases, the things that people already have generated, already have developed. You can go through those video tutorials as well. And then these are for some enterprise level things. There is a Discord community that you can join by clicking here, and you will see the latest updates there that Lovable is integrating, and all the things that other users are doing using Lovable. So if you click on features, you will see all those features that we have discussed in Lovable, and you can go through the documentation, the chat mode, the agent mode, what it is, how to use it, where it is located, what information it is going to provide you, all those things. For example, for chat mode and agent mode, by default, it is set to use agent mode, but in settings, you can change that. You can change the agent mode. You can turn off the agent mode in settings. One more thing that you can do that I would recommend to do before every prompt is to plan using LLM. So here is a chat mode that you can do, and it does not use any of your credits for chatting. So if you click this, the chat mode is turned on. So now whenever you give a prompt, it won't implement that prompt. Instead, it will give you a plan how to go about that prompt. So this is a very good mode that you can use before prompting Lovable, and it will generate all your project plan by itself. So these are some modes. The visual edits you can do, that we see that you can edit the visuals by each visual. How to do it, how to select it, what to do, everything is in the documentation. The code mode is for those who are familiar with the code, and if they want to change anything inside the code, they can do that by using the code mode. Lovable Cloud, you can go through their documentation, how to set up the cloud, uh, how to push your code on the cloud. All that information is available here. So these are some useful resources that you can explore for integrations. They have Supabase, GitHub, Shopify integrations, all those integration information here. Prompt engineering, excuse me, they tell you how to prompt their product, how to prompt their platform for effective results, for output that meets your expectation. So I would recommend to go through this section especially, so that before prompting, you know what you want your Lovable to understand. So this is a very detailed document about prompt engineering. There are use cases that you can go through. These are video tutorials uh, and about the people who are generating using Lovable. If you go to the dashboard and you scroll down, you will see your generated products first, and then you will see the products that are being generated by the community. You can discover, you can see the featured projects, you can see the popular projects or recent projects. So if you go through these, you can also use these as for your own project. You can create your own, you can view this project, and you can change anything in this project, so that you do not have to go through every prompt by yourself. So these are ready to use projects for you. If it meets your idea, use these, so that you do not have to do even this work that we have already seen. So these are some of the plenty of projects for you. Okay, so I will share this in the chat as well, so that you can go through the documentation. Okay, so that is it for today's session. I'm here to answer any questions or any confusions. Okay, go ahead. First question.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Thank you for this information. So I have a question about, do I need to do a roadmap for app or something, or for the application that I need, like mapping stuff, or map app to explain the level of how exactly the app I want?
Yes, that is better for you. That is what the chat mode is for. That you do not need to do it yourself. If you just have the idea in your mind, and let's say I want to build an electronic shopping store. So that is my idea. Okay. So what I would do is I would turn on the chat mode, and I would ask Lovable that I want to build an electronic store on Shopify, and it will generate the whole plan for me. If you agree with that plan, if that plan fits your expectations, it will ask you to implement that plan. You can just click one button to implement, and then it will start generating the output for you.
Perfect. So the app, the Livable can also make the README file.
The README file, if you give a prompt to generate a README file as well, it will generate in the code section. So for that, you will have to go in the code section and look for that file.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are we going to have a project to be delivered at the end of the course to show knowledge in building application? No, there is no assessment to develop as any kind of app or web application. This is just to this. The purpose of this session is to let you guys know that these tools exist and you can use these tools for your personal or enterprise purposes. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for this amazing course. Actually, I have one question. If I want to build a platform in Livable that connected to an external hardware like a device or robot using Python language, how can I connect it with the Livable platform?
So
You get-
currently, it does not let you build using other languages. Lovable is a very vast platform, and it is transforming every day. They are adding new things every day in their platform. So currently, it only uses React and for the front end, and back end is done by Tailwind and databases. So currently, it does not have the flexibility to do the code in Python or things like that.
So I cannot use this platform with an external educational robot, right?
So if you have your code on the GitHub, okay, then in that case, you can integrate your Lovable with your code on GitHub, and you can make changes in the front end using Lovable.
Okay. This thank you for your answer. This is the first question actually. The second one, if I build an marketplace and Lovable, and I want to use this themes in Lovable, I want to use it in another platform like Sella. Can I do that?
So you want to use a specific theme in Lovable that you already have in another platform? Is that your question?
No, I want to use the themes in Lovable in Sella platform, like Sella. You know Sella?
Yes. Yes.
So yeah.
Okay. So what you can do if you want to use a specific theme for your Lovable, then you can give a screenshot to your Lovable to use that theme, or you can download that theme if that is available externally, and you can give that theme as an attachment to your Lovable application, and it will use that theme. I hope that is answer to your question.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. So why Liverpool? Why so focused on Liverpool? There is another tools or another platforms that give more effective ex- uh, tools for build anything like app or web app. So why Liverpool exactly?
So Lovable is simple to use. It is easy to use. Other tools, they have limitations. Lovable also have its limitations, but right now this is one of the best tools available in the market that is being used by many companies, including Google, uh, for their application and websites development. So this is being used by other platforms as well. So they are transforming according to the user needs. So they are what they are doing is they are collecting data and they are trying to implement new things in their platform. So this is a very new platform, but it is really good in the market. This is one of the best choices in the market available.
Thank you.
Regarding the question in chat, can I build a complete content management platform where this content can be saved? Can I have a on top of the platform? Yes. So if you are building, let's say you are building a content management plan, you have this idea in your mind that you want to build a content management platform. So the content will be saved in Supabase. That is the database integration integrated with Lovable. So your content will be stored in Supabase, and the front end will be using that content from Supabase. And you do not need to go in the database or Supabase yourself. All you will be doing is you will be giving prompts to use such content. Let's say you want to use a specific content, you will say use this specific content from Supabase. So it will bring that content from Supabase and use that. So the content will be saved in Supabase. And yes, you can use agent for your content management platform. As we discussed, if you are using Versal, that is cloud for Lovable, it comes with a LLM agent. So it lets you use AI inside your platform as well. Can Lovable build a real-time dashboard? It can, yes. So what it can do is, I do have an example of a dashboard, an analytics dashboard that I am building in Power BI. But for template, what I do is I use their data, the data that I am going to use for Power BI. I use their data and I gave it to Lovable as an Excel sheet or anything, and I told Lovable to do design a front end dashboard for me, and it gives me all the design layouts. But if you want to use Lovable as your dashboard builder, yes, you can keep your data inside the database, and all you will have to do is integrate your database with Excel, and every time data changes in your Excel, it will refresh your data in the database, and the front end, that is your dashboard, will reflect those changes in real time. Are we going to cover Cursor AI, the future, because Cursor AI gives a lot of good? Yes, we do have a session about Cursor and make.com. So that will be covered in upcoming sessions. Yes. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I have another question. I didn't see the back office part yet. So, could you please explain how we can manage that to-do list in back office?
So the backend is not integrated right now. Let me share my screen. I do not have turned on the backend yet because it uses cloud and it uses your credits for, and they also charge 25, I believe $25 for integration with Supabase that handles your backend. So I do not have that integrated yet, but that is something that is being handled from the front end. That is being handled from your prompts. You do not have to go in the backend and manage things, adjust things. All you need to do is give prompts to Lovable to make changes in the backend, and it will automatically make changes in your backend. even if it will create a whole database in your backend in Supabase by using just one simple prompt that you will give in the front end. And even if you want to drop a table, if you want to drop a column, you want to create a column, or you want to update an entry inside your row or column, it will do everything for you. It will make all the changes in the backend by giving prompt in the front end. Hope that is answer to your question.
Yes, but how can I manage the e-commerce store? So
You
should I,
meant, yes, go ahead.
you mentioned before the e-commerce store, so I can build it with the Lovable, right?
Yes.
So how can I manage the orders through the Lovable?
Through Shopify. So it is integration between Shopify and Lovable. Lovable will design your store that will reflect changes in Shopify. So this is a collaboration between Shopify and Lovable. So Lovable gives you flexibility to make changes in your design, and all the orders that will be handled by the Shopify store itself.
Clear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so that is it for today's session. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I am also in the available in the group that we have. So if you guys have any questions, please drop them in the WhatsApp group, and I will try my best to answer every question. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome.